And here, today we're gonna discuss a weekly analysis of crude, how it's going to behave in a coming week. Small recap of what are the levels which I mentioned last week and how it has performed last week. So I said clearly that a 4-hour candle or an hourly candle, sorry, a daily candle should close below $34 for further rally of crude. As you can see on 15th, this was an opening 3:30. That was a candle which opened on negative basis. Then it fell all the way and it nearly tried to cross the Friday low, maybe around 34.40 or 34.33 levels. Then it took support is in this region and it started to bounce off. So we did not have any 4-hour candle close or a daily candle close below $34 range, so sell has not been activated. And for aggressive traders, I have mentioned clearly that you can just wait for Wednesday or Tuesday. You can see some of the quick retracement back to levels. And I have mentioned a stop loss somewhere around 40.50 as stop loss. So even that stop loss is also based on the closing basis of 4 hours or daily, so that we can exit a position. Mainly because of the reason is that once the previous week candle high is getting broken, that means it's a clear indication that bulls are in control. Um, but as far as the stop loss is concerned, neither the sell trigger has been activated nor the stop loss for aggressive traders has been triggered. So it's a kind of range bound market which got stuck between last week ranges, the same range which has been acting from 34 to 40.40. That range is still intact. What had happened is that once it took support of Friday's low, it rallied all the way to $39. After that, a huge fall. Then I thought that maybe after this correction, I was expecting a fall, but this level 37 region is not being broken. As you can see, mainly it has taken support here on one, two, three. On three occasions, it has taken a clear support on this region. And I have drawn a trend line. I thought that if the trend line is getting broken, then we have a strong chance of testing 40. I have clearly mentioned that 38 has to break, and 15 at 18th of June, the high which has been made, if it gets crossed, or if it gets closer on a 30 minutes basis, then we can see a steep rise in crude oil. That was happened. Maybe on Friday I clearly mentioned it has buy on dips. Why? Because is that Thursday, as you can see, it has broken this kind of a peanut shaped pattern. Once it gets broken, and as you can see on 18th of June high and 17th of June high and 16th of June high, both these both oh sorry three of these higher lows got broken. And as you can see, once it got broken, then you can see the rally. So I was expecting a little retracement, but it's clearly a buy on dip. As you can see, somewhere around 11:30 to 12, a clear buy candle has been initiated. Then, as you can all know, it went nearly to 40, and I thought it will kind of consolidate in this region. Then I think it has more chance of breaking higher highs. But since the main reason is that profit booking might have been coming around that region, since expiry is on that day, particularly on Indian market. So most of the orders has been closed. I think that is one of the main reason for this trigger, and we have to wait and watch for actions on coming Monday. What is the exact reason for this quick sell off? Maybe you can even consider this as a retracement to the trend line which has drawn. So we are not exactly sure of what had happened, but last round of sell off, it was quite intense. Maybe we will know the exact reason on Monday. We'll try to post it on Monday videos. Now, what are the new levels you should be watching out very carefully? The main levels you should be taking notice that the same 40.50. This is the second time it is taking a strong resistance, and price is trying to go down heavily. So you should be concerned with this 40.40 level. Once it get broken and closed, then it will act as a strong support. So for time being, 40.40, it should be like a strong resistance in our mind. Whenever price tries to go there, a strong rejection is coming around that region. And what are the region you should be concerned on downside is that 37. 40.40 is a strong resistance, 37 is a strong support. And apart from 37, 34.50 is acting as a strong support. So for price to come down heavily, it has to break a too huge burden, a too huge hurdle somewhere around 37 region and 34.4 region. So once that level gets broken, then odds of coming down is in our favor. If you can see an RSI, it will be very clear on a daily basis that it is trading above 60. That means still bullishness is in the market. Once RSI closed below 60, maybe in a weekly I can able to give a clear picture of how RSI is behaving. As you can see, on a weekly basis, it's stuck in a range between 40 to 60. So clearly, if on a weekly basis, if RSI goes near 60, it will take surely a resistance at 60, and it will try to come down. A range shift will happen. After that, it will turn into a bullish zone. So that is one thing that can happen. And another thing is that even RSI can take a small detour and try to come back near 40 and take support, then it can even go up further. On a daily, you can clearly see that RSI has taken support at this level on 27th of May. Then RSI clearly taken support at 11th of June, and then as you can see, RSIs keep on rising. So whenever RSI is coming near 60, it is taking support. Same way, that level which I mentioned, it will be coinciding with around $34 level. So that is the main reason which I said a strong close below $34 on a hourly or on a 4 hourly or a daily candle will give a strong confirmation that RSI will close below even 60, and price action also confirming the action. Then we can be also sure of target of 40 or even 20 is possible. Now what should we do? We have to wait for a price action confirmation on upper side. There is a clear possible way for divergence to occur. Let's see how it goes on. And maybe if a detour somewhere around, if it gets on a daily candle, if we get a small correction on a downside, and if that correction sustained, then bearish divergence is on the cards. Once bearish divergence is confirmed by, most probably we will be getting somewhere around Tuesday the confirmation on whether divergence is actually on the cards or not. So if divergence is on the cards, then we will be quite sure of how the market is gonna go. It will be on a bearish note. And so until then, we should be on a buy side. You should not be taking a fresh long position. For intraday purpose, you should be on a buy side. Fresh long purpose has to be taken only on a close of daily candle above 40.40 or a 4 hourly candle above 40.40. On a sell side, we should be waiting till Tuesday for the confirmation. If the bearish divergence has happened, maybe on Monday we will get a confirmation whether the divergence is actually on the cards or not. So right now it's in the maybe around 50% of the state. we can expect maybe on a Monday, if we expect a strong close below the Friday's low, then divergence is on the cards. If not, then we have to wait for further candles to confirm the divergence. So right now, as far as RSI is interpretation concerned, it's trading above 60. We need RSI to close below 60 and just to take resistance at 60 so that it can travel to RSI 40, which is an huge advantage for us to keep in positional short trades. For that, we need a confirmation. RSI is just a confirmation for us whether we are going actually as per the trend concerned is not. That is the only reason I am just using RSI. Price action is a major thing. For just confirmation purposes, I'm using RSI. So don't think that RSI is the main thing you should be focused on. RSI follows the price action. I'm just following RSI. For that reason is that most of the fake breakouts or fake rally can be avoided using RSI. We won't be getting stuck in the kind of a range bound thing. It clearly helps us to distinguish between the fake ones and the trending ones. So it will also symbolizes whether the market is going to be stuck in a range bound or it's going to travel quite a lot. So these are the reasons I'm using RSI for. And what are the levels you should be concerned on coming week is that mainly you should be focused on 40.40. On a lower side, once if 40.40 or 50 gets closed on a 4 hourly or daily candle, the target we should be having in our mind is 42 on 43, because that is the next resistance which will be acting as. On a support level, a strong support has emerged somewhere around 37 and 34.50. So both levels we should be worried for. And we should not be taking long or short positions this week unless we get a clear trend of how it's going to be behaved. Right now it's kind of in range bound in the sense it will be trading in the ranges somewhere around 34.50 and 40.50. It's trading on a $6 ranges. That is the reason we can't able to either short or long, because you can't able to short at the middle and you can't expect bottom, or you can't expect while trading at the bottom you can expect to buy, and your target has to be kept near around 40.40. That's not how you should be trading. Once you get a clear direction, then you can go for it. That is my kind suggestion for you. So for next week there is no trades from my side. Only on Tuesday we will be getting confirmation whether it's actually this fall is for the continuation of the Dow trend, or it's just a small correction as it's making higher rise. So that is the one we should be focused on. So as far as weekly is concerned, no position will be open for me until Tuesday. Why? Because Tuesday I just explained to you about the bearish divergence. We have to wait for a Monday class to close, Monday candle to close below the previous low of Friday's candle. So that will confirm somewhat a bearish divergence, and the next day we have to go for a follow through sell, or you can just go for the retracement sales if possible. So these are the things you should be focused on, and these are the three levels you should be focused on. Trade as per the levels given and as per the sentiment of the market. Don't try to act smart and don't force any naked positions. Always play with the hedges, and don't do hope trading. This is the kind advice I'm giving from the start. So kindly please follow all these instructions which has been given to you. Thank you.